quite get there.
Yeah, Hicken was in the seam. An opportunity just missed there by Highland. Would have set him up inside the 10-yard line. Now it's 3rd and 12 on the Mountain Crest 33, the deepest foray into Mustang territory of the night for Highland. The give to Taufa. And he picks up 3, 2.
Okay, 2. Mountain Crest doing a great job in the interior of that defense.
They're just not letting him get started, are they? Highland, I would assume, will be going for it down here. Their own 31-yard line, 4th and 10.
Well, you can't kick a field goal, and you can't really punt it from there effectively.
Oh, they're going to look for a field goal. So I'd watch for a fake if I were the Mustangs, because it's...
Yeah, that's a long field goal.
A long field goal. That'd be a 47, 48-yard field goal.
Yeah, 48.
They're going to kick it. And the kick, they say, no good. So Mountain Crest will take over. It's 21-0. Mountain Crest will run right out onto the field and take over. No time wasted in between. They're ready to go. Alex Caressa was already halfway onto the field when that thing was kicked. He's like, let's go. I want to crack at it.
Well, you can see Mountain Crest getting a little frustrated on the offensive side, and credit the Highland defense for doing it in their face and mixing things up.
So Highland gets something going with the aid of a penalty, but can't convert. And Mountain Crest takes over their own 20-yard line. That's the thing, you don't make that field goal. At least, Mountain Crest has to back up to their 20. Here's that inside give again to Mitten. He's hauled down.
That was Fakahafua coming down off that end. And really, that's a fantastic defensive play. Stay in where you're supposed to be. Keep your assignment. Don't get beat on the reverse.
He's a nice player, isn't he?
Yep.
The cameraman got beat on the reverse.
That doesn't happen very often.
Second and 13 now for the Mustangs. Approaching the 4-minute mark of the third period. Fast-moving game here in Hiram. Caressa has his man. He's got the catch, and he's got a lot more. Rumbling is Brendan Fuller. Braden Fuller out to near the 40-yard line.
Well, that's just a total whiff by the defender. It didn't look like he was going for the ball.
Fuller now 2 catches, 30 yards. Five receivers again for Mountain Crest. Here comes the house for Highland. Down goes Caressa. He kind of took a little bit of a misstep. He looked like he wanted to dip one way and go the other, and that cost him. And that's Highland started to do that, just starting to bring the house and say, fine, we're just going to bring, you're only going to keep 5 into block. We're going to bring 7. That means we got
sacks?
2 guys running free.
That's 5 sacks, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So it's 2nd down and about 18. 5 coming again for Highland. Over the middle, Pickett can't climb high enough up the ladder. And you know who was running free, Levon? The outside receiver, far side. But Caressa doesn't have a lot of time to survey the field.
No, he sees a receiver and he's been chucking. He's getting pressure. You're right, Pututau was running down the outside of the field. Nobody in front of him.
They bring that pressure like that. Be interesting to see if Mountain Crest tries to run something back the other way or a screen.
Draw play.
See how many Highland bring now on 3rd and long. Caressa steps up. Can't get away. Gains a couple of yards.
Mountain Crest going to have to punt again.
Yep. Highland's defense kind of figuring some stuff out now, really coming after Crest, and it's on 3rd and long. You know, you got to wait a long time for receivers to get downfield. And he did a good job of stepping up here.
Well, he knows where the line of scrimmage is. He tries to pull up, but he knows he can't get a man open in time for the defender who's closing, so he just takes it and tries to get as many yards as he can.
Highland wants a timeout. 2:12 to play in the 3rd quarter, and Highland wants to talk about it a little bit. A couple other good games going on tonight. You've got Logan taking on Bear River, and they've been playing each other. What is this, the 79th time, if I remember right? They met each other.
Time. This guy who's playing Northridge up on the hill.
Which hill? The one right here?
Utah State Hill.
The one above us? Oh, Utah State's hill. Let's see.
The hill.
21-0 our score here. No score in this second half. Mountain Crest went up 14-0. Their first 2 possessions, they went right down the field and scored. Since then, they've only scored on 1 possession. Highland's done a much better job defensively. On the other side of that coin, Mountain Crest defense has given up nothing.
Yeah. They bent a little bit on that last, but they didn't break.
It's turned in now to a defensive struggle. Mountain Crest's advantage is they got those early scores. Caressa, this one off the side of his foot. Let's see where they're still walking. They walk this one up to the 48, so that's where Highland will take over. 2:05 to play in the first half. You know, we've got some pretty good games on our schedule. Do you have that there on your computer?
Well, that's a good question.
Our schedule this year, we've got some nice games on the schedule. Of course, Mountain Crest and Skyview, Mountain Crest and Logan and Skyview.
Of course.
Of course.
Probably got a Box Elder game or 2 in there. I heard Ogden is supposed to be pretty good this year as a surprise in the region.
I wouldn't sleep on Bonneville either.
No. Nope.
That's a team that seems to be up and coming. Trying to get to the outside. And finally,
almost gets first down.
They turn upfield, yeah. They turn that one upfield. It was Justin Weaver. We saw him with a nice run there in the first half. 9 yards. He's averaging 9 yards a carry. 2 carries, 18 yards. Well, they did a good job of sealing down, and Putu Tau came off his block, took on half a man, came off the block, and then just didn't make the tackle. Good hard running by Weaver. Second and a yard, Tau for the first man through, his biggest run of the night. 9 yards for him. 9 carries, 36 yards. Still averaging 4 yards a carry. Rigby back into the game. That's so funny. They're playing him a defensive tackle. He's about 5'9" and about 170 pounds.
Maybe 170.
Maybe.
Probably 150.
They give to the big man again. To Alpha. Picks up 5 yards. Starting to get that train a running, aren't they? The Rams.
Well, the clock's their enemy right now with only 54 seconds to go in the 3rd period. And it's tough to score on this Mountain Crest defense when you're just running the ball. You're going to have to open it up, and they did a little bit on the last possession. There's the middle of the block, sign of the clock, S.E. Needham Jewelers scoreboard.
2nd and 5. Taufa spins his way for a couple, maybe 3. It's going to be 3rd and 2. 11 carries now for Taufa. Highland will have time to get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Zeros on the clock. He jumped off sides with 1 second left. Let's see if they give him the play. And it's on Highland to back them up 5 yards. So